Hey y'all, Nova here, and today I have some huge changes coming to the Cycle Frontier this Wednesday. The most notable of them are that ping functionality will be removed and replaced with a voice line that's over there. The Gorgon was nerfed yet again. MMR values were adjusted so the squad MMR is higher, it has a higher multiplier, and then they reduced weight values for armor, weapons, and stims, and creature's sight was also, and chase distance were also nerfed. So now getting into the actual patch notes. The first adjustments, the main one, is the ping functionality got removed. That's huge. It's a nerf to squads. They won't be able to ping like exactly where the enemy is. I think squads needed a nerf. There's no reason to not run as a squad right now. There's no team. You never kill your own teammates because of the outlines. I think they should remove the outlines too, honestly. But this is a good step in the right direction. Small nerf to squads. I don't know exactly how this over there voice line is going to work, but I guess we'll see. Then the Gorgon nerf, they reduced the headshot multiplier from 1.7 to 1.3. That's a pretty big nerf, but it only matters if you headshot them. The damage is now progressively also reduced over long distances. This is good because the Gorgon could basically use as a sniper rifle. I mean, it would hit scan across the map. And then, so it's down to 70% damage at 50 meters. Then they also adjusted the MMR values of players that squad up to reflect their choice of playing as a squad. Another nerf to squads. I don't think it's enough, but it's a start. Again, they're moving in the right directions for sure. So the more players, the higher the MMR multiplier, and then the MMR is based on the median loot you evac with, which we already knew that. So they also, this is a smaller change, but they reduced crafting requirements for optics and increased crafting requirements for purple and exotic shields and backpacks. So the hollow sight was reduced hardened metal from 5 to 2, and then they also reduced the optic glass, and then they reduced the optic glass for the 4, 6, and 8. Then the epic shield and exotic shield, they replaced the 2 brittle titan ore for 1 titan ore and increased the amount of hardened bone plate from 1 to 2. That's really not that big of a nerf. I think they could make it a bit harder to make the epic shield, but that's just me. The exotic shield, 2 focus crystal for 1 pure focus crystal. That's still not really that big of a change. I mean, you're gonna get 1 pure focus crystal if you do a full jungle run every single time. So I don't know. I think they could have made some better changes in these crafting requirements. I think it's still too easy to get the high tier shields, especially with their recent update when they buffed the shields. I mean, I think this is just not quite enough yet. So then here's the reduced weight. They reduced the weight of healing consumable shields and helmets. These are some huge changes. You're going to be able to carry way more stims. They won't take up as much space, meaning you'll be able to loot more. I really like these changes. I think some people argue that it'll lead to more people healing more, and I don't know. I think these are great changes. I don't think that it really will affect combat that much because you're still just going to push people if they're weak and you'll be able to kill them either way. I think these are... Yeah, and then strong medkits and combat medkits being reduced too. That's also great. And then shields and helmets being reduced all the way down to 40 and then 20 respectively. Maybe we'll actually be able to carry out kits when we kill people from PvP. It's always really disappointing when you can't carry out any of the kit of the person you just killed because all of the loot is just worth more. So I don't know if they reduced this enough, but it's a start again. And then they reduced the weight of backpacks. This is great because backpacks were ridiculously heavy. It was insane. You could basically never carry them out. So small nerfs, not really. It was half, 50% nerf for the epic and the rare. You hardly ever see epic backpacks though, but this is great. So you'll be able to carry out backpacks. And you'll also be able to carry out more guns. They reduced these from 35 to 50, the SMGs from 50 to 30, and then ARs from 50 to 35, and then snipers from 50 to 60 to 50. I think they could have reduced that more. You're still not really ever going to be able to carry out a sniper. I haven't ever seen anyone use special ammo anyway, so sort of irrelevant. Then this is huge. They reduced creature sight and chase distance. So they reduced the chase distance for rattlers and shredders. This is such a good change. It's ridiculous. I mean, rattlers will chase you halfway across the map sometimes. And sometimes you just don't want to make the sound to kill rattlers. And you can't easily kill them with your knife like you can with shredders. So this is a great distance. Reduce the peripheral vision when idle for shredders and marauders. Bro, I swear sometimes marauders could see you from so far away. It was ridiculous. This is great. The aggro range for marauders was just crazy. And then it also reduced sight distance for shredders, rattlers, and marauders. The only bad part of it about this change is it may make it easier for knife runners to do the jungle run. I mean, that may be good or bad depending on your opinion, but it'll definitely be easier to do jungle loot runs now. So it depends on your opinion whether that's a good change or not. And they removed 3 jobs. I've never even seen these, so who knows. Then they had a bunch of bug fixes. Fixed an issue where bullets sometimes got fired, registered twice. Good change. Fixed an issue with creatures sometimes regenerating health in combat. Fixed an issue where lost items could count towards mission progression at the end of the match screen. Fixed an issue with birds sometimes not triggering correctly. This definitely happened to me sometimes. You'd walk past the birds and they would not get up, or you would run past them and they wouldn't get up. So hopefully that's completely fixed now. And then fixed an issue with marauders not reacting to being shot. I come across this one too. Definitely shot some marauders before and they just didn't do anything. So I don't know how much of a change this is. The game now automatically picks your strongest GPU. Probably only matters for people with multiple GPUs, unless it was like choosing your, like if you have a laptop, if you had like an inbuilt GPU and it was choosing that for some reason, I'm not sure. Hopefully this will just lead to better performance overall, and then they additionally fixed a handful of exploits that could be abused in several ways. The only exploits that I know of are a couple of like jumping up to places that you shouldn't have been able to. I'm sure there were others. Hopefully they fixed all of that. And then known issues, this is great. This is things that hopefully they'll be changing in the future. The data in the battle log can sometimes show misleading data. It's the only one that they know. So yeah, so hopefully they get that fixed in the coming days. Then, you know, they just say, we already have some things on our list for patch 2.4. Hopefully that comes out before the end of the closed beta. This was patch 2.3 of the Cycle Frontier beta, closed beta 2. Great patch, lots of great fixes, really good changes. So yeah, if you enjoy my content, please consider leaving a like or subscribing. I really enjoy making these videos for y'all, and I appreciate all the recent support. And thanks for watching, y'all, and have a great day.